Alright. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Late Night Tips. I've been playing a lot of guitar recently and I've been posting those jams every Wednesday on this channel. And all of those jams are with a looper. So today I would like to share with you 3 of my favorite tricks using a looper. Let's get right into it. Playing with the looper is a lot of fun. It's creative, it's inspiring, and you can practice your soloing over a chord progression, which is always a good thing. But I always wanted to have something more than just a boring loop going on, to have more of a song structure available using a looper. And right now I'm using a 2-track looper, which is a Ditto X4 from TC Electronic, but all of this is going to work on a normal single track looper. It just needs to have overdub and undo redo. That's all you need. Okay, so the first technique is just to make it a little bit easier when it comes to looping, and just looping a short, percussive, rhythmical phrase that's going to help you build the rest of your loops. So it could be something like that. But it doesn't have to be that. You can, for example, record some clapping. You want this loop to be as short as possible, but not shorter. And let me explain what I mean. So obviously, you want your first loop to be as short as possible because it's easier to make it tighter and make it loop properly. But I will want to add some things on top of that. So I need to make sure that my first loop accommodates whatever I want to add later. So today we're working on a beautiful song by Amos Lee called Truth. And in this song, what I really want to loop is just this short phrase, to be able to solo over it. And if we count it, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just one bar. So let's see what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So what we recorded in here is enough to accommodate this short phrase. Sometimes it even might be 4 bars if the harmony you want to build on top of that is more complex. Again, if you have a double looper, you have more options because you can have your first loop very short and the second loop much longer. Yeah, so that's the first thing. We have the beat and we can build on top of that. So the second thing that I find really useful is recording and looping a universal phrase. What I mean by that is just a short phrase, maybe 1 sound, maybe 2 sounds that work with the entire chord progression, so that it can play in the background while you're changing the chords, and it just bonds your entire mix together into more of a song than just a loop. So for this song, I think the perfect one would be let's see. And with a basic loop like that, you can perform an entire chord progression, but also solo over it and create this interesting counterpoint. Let me show you. And it really binds your song together and it gives you this harmonic center over which you can solo or play chords, which is pretty cool. And the third and final trick is using the undo redo button to add and take away parts. I actually find myself using this undo and redo function more on the Ditto X4, even though it has 2 separate tracks, because for me, switching off the second track or stopping it with the double tap, it's sometimes difficult to get it right. It takes a lot of practice to get it right, and I still sometimes get it wrong. Let me show you what I have in mind. So now I can solo over it. But now for the chorus. And now I can bring it back and go back to soloing. Using undo and redo is just a lot of fun, and it can add a lot of dimension to just one single loop. Yeah, so that's it. Those are my 3 tricks: using a simple percussive loop, having a universal phrase, and then using undo and redo to add and take away different parts. I hope you enjoyed this short episode of Late Night Tips. If you have any questions about looping, let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to answer them if I know the answer. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing to get more tutorials, more jams, and more opinions. And talking about opinions, this Friday I'm hoping to record a video on the Octatrack Mark II. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on the device. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great night. Take care.